As I have seen the full schedule, okay, in the refresher course, you will get a wide span of idea about how to teach and various teaching methods, and especially for HEIs, that means higher educational institutions. Am I audible and visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I want to make the section more interactive. So you will be getting some questions in between, and please answer this in the chat box. And in between, if any doubt persists, also you can put in the chat box. Okay, my topic is teaching methods in higher education. Before starting the section, I want to ask that what do you mean by teaching? Anyone? You can answer in the comment box. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
What do you mean by teaching? Can you just answer anyone in the chat box? Okay. So I have planned my outline of the today's talk is, what are the traditional teaching methods that we already followed, and what are the different type of learners that a teacher has to take care of, and why HEIs need special attention, and what is one of the important policy, that is NDP, National Educational Policy 2020. What are the key takeaways from the policies and various teaching methods? What is the innovation in teaching, and what are the skills that a 21st century teacher needed? And what is the quality of learners that obtained from the innovative classrooms, and APA score benefits for teachers, challenges of teachers and its solutions, and key takeaway from the section, and some of the reference. Okay. Teaching, I will answer the questions. That teaching is an art and requires a mastermind creativity. That is, student of different nature has to be handled. That is the important thing. That is, we are not going to handle a single student. We are going to handle different students with a different background and different learning capacities. So this is one of the crucial things. It is an exercise of talent and creativity, making it involving techniques, procedures, and skills can be studied systematically and also can be improved time to time. That's the important key things. Therefore, training more eager and thoughtful individuals in the interdisciplinary fields is one of the most required things. So to figure out and the useful and effective teaching and learning methods is one of the key points a teacher should consider in its educational system. So a good teacher helps students to question about their concept and motivate them to learn and put any real life situations they come across and to answer that problems by their own, and to take responsibility for any change in their situations. Those teacher has successfully faced many challenges from as so far, and they are adapted for the technological advancement, innovations in it, and everything. The teacher has adapted and changed the method of teaching to get the desired result. All that help the teaching community to regain the high and important status in the worldwide. Successful teaching mainly requires prior planning and which method you are going to adopt, and execution of that teaching plan accordingly. So by training through this method that whatever teacher has opted has certain barriers and certain requirements. So first of all, before planning, you have to consider what course you are going to taught or which subject you are going to taught and what are the barriers and requirements that will come across if we choose that particular method. To have an effective teaching, the faculty members of the university should consider this requirement or barriers and to improve the for improving the teaching qualities. So these are the basic introduction for the teaching. From this slide also we can understand that teacher plays one of the crucial role in the educational system, and first teacher has to understand what type of learners or student that we are going to handle. Accordingly to that, commonly we have to plan our section. That is an important thing. So as a question for the participants, as when you are students, what type of teaching methods that your teacher has adopted? Can you just reply in the chat box? When you are in a higher school, higher secondary or that, what are the teaching methods that teacher adopted? Can you please answer in the chat box? Anyone? Okay, the traditional method, that is Gurukula method. In what they have come across is Gurukula training methodology, that is mind training, aptitude, which are the soft skills, and brain training, technical data, that's hard skills that they are acquiring. And in present education system, what is the thing is mind training, aptitude are soft skills, and brain training, technical data are the hard skill. That is, in the traditional Gurukula methods, what is it? The teacher-centric approach. That means teacher is the center, teacher will deliver the lecture or whatever, so student will acquire that knowledge. So there is a teacher-centric approach in the traditional Gurukula methods. So, what are the type of students that you have come across or you have to handle? Can you just leave in the chat box? What are the different type of students that in the sense of learning capacities? So there are different type of learners. That is, one is visual as per the learning capacity. That is, first one is visual. That is, learn the students which learn what they see. That is kinesthetic. That is, learn what they do. Auditory. That is, the student will learn what they hear. And if some stress persists, that time only some students will learn. That is the category of stress. And learn what they relax them, that is ease one. That learn what they write out, that is scribble. And trust, that is learn from particular authority. And learn from teaching, that is tech. And learn what they can copy, that is copy. So these are the different type of learners a teacher has to come across in their system. So a student has to understand what type of learner are there, or if not, a teacher has to understand what are the type of students they are handling. So this is the first key point a teacher should consider before delivering the section. So earlier, as I already told, the teacher was the only source of knowledge. Students are just listeners. So some of the key roles that teacher plays is a controller, assessor, organizer, resource person, source of expertise, counselor, listener, guide, participant, supporter, instructor, etc. So these are some of the teachers' role they already played. And some of the teaching style according to this is authority or lecture style, that is teacher-centered approach. I have shown the picture also. And next one is demonstrator or coach style. That is show knowledge include activity and demonstration. Or facilitator or activity style, delegator or group style, hybrid or blended style. So these are the some of the teaching style, common teaching style a teacher can approach. So why HEs need more attention? That means HEA means higher education institutions. Can someone answer why HEs need more attention? So, because higher educational institution is considered as a major role in a society, that means education must pay a big attention to the learners or learning approach or learning or teaching methods, along with the two factors such as that is educators should move forward to attain new teaching method or new teaching approaches as per the latest trend. That is the main thing. So in traditional system, that is teacher centric, the students are just listener. So there is only one-way traffic in that case. So when student instruction must change into a method in which their needs are considered, and as a result, the mentioned method active behavior change occurs in them. So another important drawback in that case is many students which are graduated from that HES are not enough or not ready to work in the related field. That is the main drawback. So for considering all the things, there is a huge change in the teaching technology or educational system. That is being dissatisfied with the status of any academic institution and then making decision to improve it. So there are certain policies have come across to improve the education system so that the students graduated from that institute will be professionally ready to tackle any real life situation or problems they come across. That is why HEs are need more attention, and which is a crucial one. So various policies and framework have been developed, as I told in the earlier slide, to tackle the situation that is students are not professionally ready from that particular institution. So various policies and framework are developed to address this evolving need, and various pedagogical approaches in higher education are also come across. So recently, National Educational Policy 2020, that is short form as NEP, is the outcome of this exercise to integrate Indian traditional value-based education. So they have come across this thing, and they have the outcome is to integrate all the traditional value, but in as an add-on, another teaching pedagogy approaches are also there. As NEP 2020 strives to develop a well-rounded approach, that is competent individuals with the 21st century skills, curricula and pedagogies have to be reoriented. So they have reoriented all the things and revamped for the same reason. So which include raising the standard of curricula with appropriate pedagogy approach to effectively with learners by considering different teaching methods. So as I quoted here, you will get the NEP 2020 detailed view in the reference section. So as in some of the paragraphs, they will listen about the innovative pedagogical approaches and their role in higher education. So okay, you can just check down the different paragraphs which shows the detailed information. So NEP is a learner-centric approach. As traditional method is a teacher-centric. So what change has been done is NEP is a learner-centric approach. That is learners as the most important thing. Teachers also play a pivotal role in the implementation of that. Addressing different learning needs of students within a classroom and institutional needs of differently abled students. Also, teacher has to understand the different learning style that is already shown in my second slide, that is visual, auditory or so, and background of the student in terms of discipline of study and social, economic, cultural and educational background of the student, and different pace of learning. That means different pace means slow learner, medium learner and fast learner. That means some students will need some time to understand a particular topic. Some students won't. That means according to the pace of learning, the teacher has to consider the learning style and also the teaching method. So first of all, you have to consider different learning styles of the student, and also pace of learning. And for that, various pedagogy approaches also should be considered. So pedagogy must fit the targeted audience, that means students, and focus on helping the students to develop an understanding of the knowledge or the topic delivered, which can tackle the real life scenario. To provide rich classroom experiences, various tools or methods can be implemented to enhance the level of interaction or discussion within the class. That is the main important thing. That is learner-centric. So that what happens is we have to give some time for interaction and discussion and clearing doubt and also activity time. So prior, what happens is in traditional is only lecture delivering case. But today, what is happening is we have to dedicate some time for interaction section, discussion section, and also activity section, apart from the teaching. So different assessment tool can also be considered to increase the productivity of the learners. Also, integrating ICT tools, you will get to know in my later slides. ICT into the assessment and evaluation process, which also provides self-assessment opportunity for the students or learners. So these are the key NEP 2020 points that a teacher has to consider. How many of us know this NEP 2020? Okay. So the main key point, as I quoted in one particular slide, that is first is a teaching aptitude. That is teaching, learner characteristics, factors affected to the teacher, learner, supporting material, and environment. These include the teaching aptitude. And second one is the key point that today's section is mean for, that is method of teaching HEAs. As the paragraph so and so tell in the NEP 2022, recognize the flexibility of the teachers to adapt any of the innovative approaches to ensure the learners or the student has get motivated, get what they have mean for to study from the class and activity and also interaction, everything. So there are certain methods, teaching methods they have suggested. That is teacher-centric or learner-centric approaches, offline or and online method, that means flipped classrooms, Swayam Prabha, MOOCs, teaching support system, which means a modern ICT based or traditional. So these are the certain methods that HEAs can follow according to the NEP 2020s. So how many of you are aware about the Swayam Prabha and MOOCs? Have you enrolled in any one of this? Okay. I will explain in detail about these methods in the later slides. Okay, next is evaluation, which is a key point. That is elements and type of evaluation, computer-based testing, innovation in the system. So these are the evaluation techniques. And another key point is the feedback from student. That means teacher has to work with respect to the feedback they got. That is only that time only a teacher can understand what has to be changed and what not, and what is the improvement in the teaching style has to be approached, and how the students are getting the key points from a particular section. So one by one I will discuss the different methods of teaching. First of all, that is teacher centric or learner centric. That is, from this, there are main three categories of the teaching methods. That is, first I explained in the first slide. That is teacher-centric method. More view you can see from the slide itself. That is, teacher is a sender and teacher will deliver lecture and to the class of the student. This is the teacher-centric approach. And now comes the learner-centered method. That means what? Teacher will deliver lecture, but what will happen is individual and collaborating students also. That means not only the class students, but also collaborating students will also get benefited from the class. That means experience, knowledge, beliefs, that is a whole sphere. That is a student-centric or learner-centric approach. Content focus means main focus is only for the content or the materials they are using. So these are the main approaches in the teaching methods. That is, NEP suggested the middle one, that is learner-centric method. So the main thing is teacher-centric, Montessori, flipped classroom, personal. These are the options which are available for the different, for considering different teaching methods. Student-centered, corporate learnings, inquiry-based learning, project-based learning. So these are the different methods that NEP suggested so that a teacher can adopt any one or multiple for their particular class. So, and next sections, next point is online and offline education. That means traditional means only delivering lecture and so that is it. But in flipped classroom, what is happening is in online you have to watch tutorials or videos, lecture videos, and you have to do the particular activity in the classroom. That means the classroom is fully dedicated for the activity and interaction with the students. So that is a flipped classroom, which has more advantages. In traditional classroom, instructor prepare material to deliver in class and the learners will listen to the lecture. With the instruction, homework are also assigned to that. But what is the main important thing in this flipped classroom is instructor record and share the lecture or tutorials. Student will listen via online platform and student will devote all the time in the classroom for the activity, interaction, discussion, feedback, etc. So student receive support from the instructor as per the lecture provided and they will work accordingly. So that the almost all result will obtain from the in the particular flipped classroom. That is the main important case in the case of flipped. That means how the things are changing from traditional to flipped classroom. Traditional only lecture delivering, student will capture that one and homework is assigned. In flipped one, you can attend the lecture or tutorial online and classroom section fully devoted to activity that is productive in the nature. So next one is mocks. Anyone aware about the mocks? What do you mean by mocks? You can give in the chat box. You can answer in the chat box. Okay, MOOCs is a massive open online course. That is, there are more than 1 lakh of students enrolled in the MOOCs, which is open in nature. That is, anyone can register anywhere for these courses. Online, that means anytime you can attend or anytime you can deliver your course entirely over the internet. And courses, MOOCs are very similar to the most online college courses. That means why it is important is as a teacher, we have also has to enroll in the MOOCs and there are certain options are there, whether it is learner or educator. So as a teacher, what you have to do is you have to enroll as an educator so that you can create your content and you can put it in the online courses. So that is a main important case for a teacher. So in MOOCs, anyway, for educator and the listener, learner, you have to register first and there is certain option which is there for educators especially so that you can create the content, you can deliver lecture anywhere, anytime and you can sometimes you can also enroll certain particular courses. So MOOCs can profile institution as a leading 21st century education institutions. MOOCs act as a game changer. That means with respect to how education is delivered and consumed, institution need to be more space for experience this delivery techniques. That means also which provides great opportunity for the institution to experiment with the various teaching methods or practices via new pedagogical approaches. That is key point, which can range from, there are many subject areas which includes in the MOOCs. Student or learner can approach as per their interest area. Educator also can enroll as per their interest area. An institution can make knowledge more accessible to the general public through MOOCs. That is the importance of the MOOCs. That is, which is a massive open courses, online courses. If you are not enrolled, please enroll in this online courses. Rest I will deal with the next slide. So these are very important as a teacher. These are all very important. Apart from the normal teaching, from the classroom-based teaching, these are all the different methods of teaching you can approach Even if you are a beginner, you can go to the site I have given in the reference. You can go to the site and check it out how we can start a MOOCs course. That you can check it out. Step by step view can also be obtained from the website. Okay, you can start learning from that, and also next day you can become the educator also. And next one important thing is the Swayam. What do you mean by Swayam? Anyone? Okay. SWAYAM is a study web of active learning for an aspiring mind. That means SWAYAM is also another online approaches, courses from 9th standard to post-graduation of various stream of education is included in the SWAYAM platform. That means total 40 hours lectures which will be consisting. And there are video lectures also, notes also provided in this. And what are the benefits? As a teacher, you can also approach this method. That means via online, in the particular site I have given in the reference, you can register via SWAYAM platform. Similarly, in the MOOCs, there is an option for educator. So first you have to understand the various steps in the SWAYAM platform, and later you can be joined as an educator. So that you can start preparing your content and start your teaching, start preparing your online lectures, start preparing your PPTs, etc. So how to prepare the PPTs? You can approach the various ICT tools I will consider in the next slides. So what is the key benefits of the SWAYAM? That is, academician through SWAYAM can facilitate effective teaching on campus and online. That is a key point, that is via on campus and online. A class teacher which acts as a mentor to assist the online in the class. In class which assist online. Material may be blended or flipped classes or mixed classrooms, and online activities are also there. That means it not merely attending class, it is up to attending class, answer question via online, and assignments are also there, and also credit based thing. That means as per the assignment submitted, as per the quiz or what are the test material submitted, they will analyze the data and they will give the credit accordingly. So as an educator, you can also plan certain content, teaching content in this site also. That means another teaching method, that is a SWAYAM. SWAYAM, which is instrument for self-actualization, which provide great opportunity for learners as well as educator as a lifelong case. That is, you can choose from 100 of courses virtually, every course taught in the university college level, best teachers in India and elsewhere. If you are studying in any college, you can transfer the credit, and also if you are working or not working also, you can register to the SWAYAM and start creating content or creating lectures in the SWAYAM platform. And next one is SWAYAM Prabha, which is also an online, that is free DTA channel education. In that also teachers has different methods to educate. That is, the different channels are proposed to teach, which is freely available, so that you, as an educator, you can register in this site so that you can create your content and start teaching via these platforms. Covers all level of education. That means different subject areas it will cover. Curriculum also different subject areas it will include. So the details I have given in the reference section. You can check it out and you can start preparing your teaching so that you can enhance your teaching skills. Another important thing is the ICT. That is, what is that? It is the internet communication technology. That is a focus for the teachers. Why it is important? It offers a new way of teaching the same thing and enable a focus on each and every learner style preference. Main drawback is we have to consider all the learning styles from the students and we have to plan the section accordingly. That is the thing. So if we follow the ICT based techniques, we can enable a focus of each and every student having different learning style, which is save time. That means lesson planning and administration offers more comprehensive approach to the assessment. So I think in coming days you will get more known about the ICT techniques. I think one topic from the refresher course itself is dedicated to the ICT techniques. So this will act as an intro. So it reduces the ICT tools, which reduces burden on the teacher, so that it will be easy for teacher to prepare their content or the particular sections. So why it is needed in the ICT? Though the size of the classroom is changing, as I told, the teacher should prepare to keep up with the technology and which uses maximum utility in the classroom. Which is ICT is act as one of the essential tool for teachers in the day-to-day work, but also offers the opportunity for their professional development also. So teaching with ICT, the input and output time is reduced and processed, and main time will be dedicated for the activity and the skill development. When the process time is increased, what happens is students' activity, discussion, correlation, subject, brainstorming, everything will get increased. So that is the important thing. That means the lecture delivery and also interaction section time will get increased if we follow or if we approach the ICT method in our teachings. So key points here I have mentioned, that is ICT offers a new way of teaching the same things, and it has acted as a tool to tackle barriers to engagement of students or different type of learners, and it offers a more comprehensive approach for the assessment of different learners. That means we can access different type of learners at a particular time if we are approaching this ICT techniques in our teaching. So, why innovation in teaching? What is the innovation in the teaching? As we all know that 2020 was a year of innovation. That means a vast change has been occurred in the educational system in 2020. So, what is happening? Happened is the innovative teaching are not just the most cutting edge of technology, but is constantly catching up with the latest educational trend, which is capable to adapt for the changes in the educational systems. So that there are different teaching and learning methods, which is all about new teaching methods of strategies, which focus more on the learners than the teachers. So activity time got increased. Innovate want to encourage learners to join actively, interact with the teacher, classmates, and all. That means the classroom whole become interactive. Learners has to work more and in the classroom itself. That means they meet their needs and can help them grow faster. Unlike the traditional method, if we approach innovation in the teaching, which mainly focus on how much knowledge one can pass to the learners from teacher, and different way of teaching which help to in-depth knowledge for the learners. So innovation, that means any kind of teaching which addresses creativity and application of the content to the methods and can be seen as a innovation in the teaching. If we draw the pyramid of learning, traditional method which is only devoted for the maximum percentage for the lecture and reading, but if we innovate the teaching method or if we innovate the teaching style, what will happen is the pyramid of learning changes as per this shown here. That is, only 5% of lectures will be delivered, 10% devoted for reading, and the rest percentage for audiovisual study, demonstration, discussion group, practice in the section, and to teach others. So that whole development of the learners will get from this innovative classroom. So this is important figure, that is pyramid of learning. That means here we can see the lecture devotion is only 5% and 10% rating. Apart from that, all percentage are devoted for improving the skill of the student or learners. So this way we have to adapt for the changes as per the NEP policy, so that student will get maximum result and also teachers effort will also get reduced if you go for the innovative teaching ICT, if you consider the ICT tools or innovation in the teachings. Next, I told that is university based learning, one approach, that is basically theory, practical, project, etc. Next is activity-based learning, various as per the usage of the various teaching methods. Activity-based learning, that is program-specific research, or remedial activity as per the pace of learners. That is, as considering the slow or fast or medium learners, we have to approach for the remedial activity for considering slow learner to bring to the fast learner point. And technology-based learning, that is bridge courses we can offer. Project-based learning, which is one of the important thing, that is we can give some mini project, major project, etc. Application level study, publications, and self-assessment or learning style. So these are the different approaches we will get from the learners if we approach for the different teaching methods. So the key benefits, if I quote in a particular slide, we will get is innovative teaching methods which will allow students or learners to take part in research. That is, encourage them to research. So learning encourages learner to explore and discover new things via research. And next point is which will improve the problem solving and critical thinking skills in the learners. That is, creative teaching methods, as I already told or discussed in previous slides. If we approach that one, it will allow what? It will allow learners to learn at their own pace, and they can approach for the critical thinking skills. So it will avoid receiving a lot knowledge at a time. That means according to a particular pace of the learner, they can opt for the particular study, adopt more soft skill, check learners' understanding. That is, grades and exams are not only the things, other assessment tools are also there, such as project and activity-based, and also that means project-based knowledge, activity, questionnaire method. So these are the key check for the learners' understandings. To improve self-evaluation, we can devote some time for the self-evaluations. By approaching the innovation in the teaching method, we can enliven the classroom. That means it is not only the one-way traffic, students also will take part in the discussion interaction. That means we can make the classroom as more enlivened. These are the certain key benefits of the innovative teaching methods. So what learners will get from the innovative teaching classrooms? So learners will get the curiosity and imagination, more initiative and entrepreneurship, agility and adaptability of new situation or new real life problems they are tackling, critical thinking and problem solving, effective oral and written communication will be developed, collaboration across networks and around the whole world, and accessing and analyzing self, and also grading techniques. So if a learner from this innovative teaching classrooms, what are the key benefits they are getting is they will be getting the benefits in an enhanced mode. That means not only a lecture delivery and lecture listening technique, in all other area the student will develop. That is, listener learner will develop. So what are the 6 key points from the innovative teaching classroom or innovative classroom is observe. That is, look at the world and get an idea from the current method problem. Ask. And so in that classroom, you can ask question and you can approach for a questionnaire method. And the third one is you have to know the skill and the knowledge which is needed for solving a particular problem and create something new and combine your knowledge with the questions and revise. That is, analyze your knowledge. If not, you can go back to the section and then again you can revise the section. So this is the main important learners' advantages from this innovative teaching methods or innovative classrooms. Observe, ask, know, create, and revise. So what teachers will get? So all this I have told is if we approach for an innovative classroom, what learners will get. So from this, what teachers is going to get? That is our next slide. That is APA score. If you know the APA score, that is, if you, how many of you know about the APA form and APA score? regarding? So, if you know about or if you are adopting any one of the techniques of pedagogy approach teaching method that I already discussed, there is advantages for teachers which will come in the APA score. You know the importance of the APA score in your professional life. So, if you look at the APA form, that is a number 3. So, in that section, for development of innovative pedagogy approach, that is a key credit point you will be going to get. If a teacher has done or developed a pedagogic approach for their teaching, you will be getting 5 points. And if you design a new curriculum and course based, ICT based, you will be getting 2 points. If you develop a complete MOOCs classroom MOOCs course, 4 credit course for 20 and 3 credit accordingly, the marks will get. If you develop MOOCs for per study, per module or lecture, you will be getting 4 credit points. If you only just content writer or subject matter expert in the MOOCs, you will be getting 2 credit points. As per that, you can understand that what are the credit points for individual. If you consider the teaching method, nothing but you have to first learn the techniques, how to create our content, how to start preparing or how to start the teaching method. So for that, first you have to go to the particular site. There will be tutorials available in the particular site. You have to first train yourself for the teaching method and for adopting that method. So this is the key important advantages for the teacher if you adopt any one of the techniques or approaches in their professional life. So you can see the maximum credit point is for the 4 credit course if you develop the complete MOOCs course. So you can see the credit point mark criteria. If you are editor of a e-content, you will be getting 10 credit point. So if you are for advancement in your teaching profession, what you have to do is you have to approach any one of the teaching pedagogy approaches, that is innovative approaches, so that it will not only benefit for your students or learners, it will be advancement for yourself professional career and also your advancement of your career, benefited for teacher also as per the APA score. APA score, you will be getting more understand about in. I have given the link in the reference section. So I have discussed all the methods which is available as per the current trend, and so among this there are various challenges that teachers is often consider. That is, main challenge is the teaching or educational system is changing. So teacher has to adopt the educational environment, that is changing environment. So main challenge of higher education institution is the academic approach to teaching, influence effective student approach to the learning, that is deep approach to learning, which involves meaningful engagement in the learning process and understanding of the subject matters. The surface learning approach is undesirable because it involves unreflective study practices. So what we have to approach is, we have to approach for a reflective study. That means interaction between learners and teachers is important. With not only a one-sided traffic, that is teacher-centric, it is a learner-centric approach. So what are the solutions which are available? The solution is to taking part in this type of refreshment course and FDPs, training programs, enroll in the MOOCs, SWAYAM platforms, etc. So these are the solutions which are available for the teachers to update yourself as per the recent trend and to upgrade yourself as per the professional skill which is needed for the as per the current educational systems. So this type of FRPs and all will play a crucial role in upgrading a faculty's professional life. So as per the latest trend, for a 21st century teachers, what are the key skills which is needed? That is, a teacher should be student-centric. Teacher has to approach for a flipped classroom, lifelong learner, forward-thinking, social, relevant, collaborative approaches should be there, actively engaged with the learners. So new skills already in the red marked sections, which is already a teacher has, I have shown in the first section, that is key roles for the teachers. As per the new teaching style or as per the new teaching policy, what are the extra skills a teacher has to obtain? That is given in the blue section. That is, teacher should be innovative and it has to approach for the ICT based techniques. It has to be approached for the various teaching methods your teacher has to incorporate in the teaching. So, modern teacher or as per the NEP 2022, the teacher has to acquire the given skills. The main thing I have given here, the 21st century educator required the skill is colleagues, family, community, print and digital resources, easy accessible, conferences, curriculum documents, socio making, video conferences, blogs, everywhere the required skills is necessary. So 21st century classroom will be like research, information and fluency. That is, teacher provide opportunity for students to develop and demonstrate their skill. Students will select appropriate tool for demonstrating the skill and they can apply various research skill, also problem solving skill they will develop. Teacher provides opportunity for the student to develop their problem solving skills and students will use multiple resources to plan and design to execute. Collaboration and communication skill, teacher create structure and provide opportunity for the assessment of student performance. What student will get is initiate communication in real life system and communication skill also will get enhanced. Creativity and innovation, that means teacher will provide that platform. Students will apply the critical thinking research method in their study or in their lifetime and collaborate effectively with the audience. So that all-round approach will be obtained from the 21st century classroom. That means we have to approach for the ICT techniques in our classroom. We have to consider the various innovation techniques in the classroom for the teaching. And if we are approaching that, what learners and teachers will be getting, that is given in the whole table. So in 21st century classroom, the development is a particular sphere. That is, in all-round approach is the key point from the 21st century classroom. So as a conclusion, so if we approach this type of teaching methods as per the NEP policy, what will happen is they have already analyzed the data from the various institutions as per the implementation of the techniques or various teaching methods. The evidence shows that various approaches to the teaching can influence the way the student approach their learning, and also from the result they understand that the academic use a learning focused approach, learner centric approach of teaching. Students are more likely to adopt for the deeper learning. That means students will understand more and they will be practically knowledge they can develop as compared to the teacher centric approach. So these are the key outcomes after implementing the various pedagogical approaches in a higher education institutions. So that NEP suggests to implement this type of approaches in the present education system so that teacher learner development will be in a particular flow. So key takeaways from the today's section, that is, if we adopt for a innovative teaching methods, what will happen is competency level, that is learner will get more confident in working with information and idea of their own. What teacher or educator will get is confident to teach the subject and engage with the students more than the traditional approach. And next point is responsible, that is learners are more responsible to themselves. That means other than sitting idle and listening to the classroom, other than that, if we approach for this type of methods, the learners are more responsible for themselves and to others. And as per considering the teacher, the same points. And a reflective approach means learners are more reflective in developing their ability to learn. and also referred to as learners themselves. That means developing their practice as an educator. That means if we create more content and if we approach more this type of method, we can also, educator can also develop their practice. And innovative, that means in we can see in almost in every work this word innovation will come. That means if we innovate the classroom itself, what will happen is innovative and equipped for new and future challenges. In the same way, teacher also can consider the future challenges with an innovative approaches. More engaged with the challenges and communication skill. That means teacher can teacher can has more capacity, delivery capacity, language development, content based instruction, content creation. So these are the development in case of a teachers. As for the learners concerned, what will happen? Good listening capacity, expression of their thought in a precise manner, communication, confidence level, technical correctnness. So these are the important key points. And last one, which is a creativity. That means, so if, before delivering lecture, first an educator has to consider how to deliver the lecture and what are the content to be included in a particular section. That means for making the section interactive, teacher has to include more creativity in that particular section so that learners can think out of box solution for a particular problems. So learners can also consider the solution in the form of a and different solutions they will get. That means overall a creativity will also come in that particular classroom. So these are the key takeaway points from this section. I have given all the references in the reference section. You can check it out, and I hope everyone will enroll in particular courses so that your teaching methods will get advanced. So these are the references. I already told particular site, online courses, Swayam Prabha, and also APA score consideration, NEP education policies also. So these are all given in the reference. You can check it out for more detailed view and also for enrolling in the particular courses, which is more important in nowadays. As I have shown in the APA score session, that means you can, other than your research publication and patent, etc., so and so, other than that, you will get more credits if you are enrolling, if you are adopting these teaching methods via this type of methods, online methods. Okay, thank you. If any doubt, please ask in the chat box.